afternoon. We are the Jazz Edge Jazz Orchestra, and we are here to entertain you tonight. The first tune was a very special tune for all of us. It was entitled The Neighbor from Naylor, and that was written in honor of one of our highest, most encouraging instructors and friends, Mr. Ronald Carter, who passed earlier this year. And so we take pride in playing that song to pay tribute to one who was an educator for a lot of us and a friend to us all through the music. So again, The Neighbor from Naylor for Ron Carter. My name is Anthony Wiggins, and I am the musical director for the Jazz Edge. And to help us navigate through this evening, we are going to bring to the microphone our vocalists, Ms. Marsha Evans and Mr. Ron Wilkerson. Let's give them a hand.
One fierce lineup, one colossal legacy, and one night of incredible music are all coming your way as the Jazz Edge Orchestra, under the direction of Anthony Wiggins, pays tribute to one of the founding fathers of modern jazz, the legendary drummer and band leader, Art Blakey, and the Jazz Messengers.
That's right. Tonight, we present an all-star ensemble featuring our very own Jazz Edge members and our 3 featured special guest artists. Expect a non-stop evening of hard swinging melodies, effervescent solos, and the pure joy of Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers artistry, as they each influenced every aspect of the live musical experience.
Please allow me to officially introduce my co-host for the evening, jazz vocalist, Marsha Evans.
Well, thank you. And allow me to reciprocate by introducing my co-host, Jazz Edge vocalist, Ron Wilkerson. Hello, neighbor.
Hello, neighbor.
Speaking of neighbors, wasn't that piece, The Neighbor from Naylor, absolutely incredible?
The next composition was written by Jazz Messenger alum Benny Golson, who said he wrote this wonderful jazz classic in 20 minutes while sitting in a club at night. When asked if the title of the song had a special meaning, he simply replied, "No, I just like the 2 words together." Well, friends, let's now apply Golson's theory. And once again, as we join 2 incredible musical forces together, please welcome our first featured guest artist and Jazz Messenger alum and saxophone extraordinaire, Mr. Bill Pierce, as he joins the band in a beautiful mellow arrangement of Whisper Not.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, wasn't he wonderful? That Tony. When asked why jazz messenger alum and trombonist Curtis Fuller came up with the unique title of his original composition, A la Mode, he said, because composing a song for his date with Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers was like the icing on the cake. Here to serve what may very well be the most deliciously sounding slice of a la mode you've ever consumed is our second special Jazz Messenger alum, guest artist, trombonist Steve Davis, and the Jazz Edge Orchestra ready to serve it up.
That was moving, wasn't it? Oh man, that was moving. I don't know which highway I'd be on when that song was playing, I'm not sure. But I know if I was in California, I'd be on 101. I guess if I was in New York, I'd be on 95. Since I'm in St. Louis, I'd be on 44, 55, or 70, right? One of the three. If you have a favorite highway, think about it. You've changed. Not you guys, not you. This 1990 final studio album of Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, entitled One for All, found Art doing what he loved and loved best, leading a group of young players through hard swinging and generally new music in the hard rock, hard bop style. With that in mind, and here to perform an all-time favorite from the album is our very own Marcia Evans, accompanied by Mr. Bobby Watson.
The sparkle in your eyes is gone. Your smile is just a careless yawn. You're breaking my heart. You've changed. You've changed. Your kisses now are so blasé. You're bored with me in every way. I can't understand why you change. You've forgotten the words I love you. Each memory that you and I share, and you ignore every star about you. I can't realize that you ever cared. You changed. You're not the angel I once knew. There's no need to tell me that you and I are through. It's over now. You You would know, you would know, you would know, you would know every star about you. I can realize that you ever did. You're not the angel I once knew. There's no need, no need, no need, no need to tell me that we're through. It's all over now. You see, I keep wondering why we were sitting on the couch watching TV. And all of a sudden your phone rings. And you break your neck running with your phone to answer it. While I'm sitting there, you change. And I wonder why you don't open the door for me like you used to. And if that doesn't beat all, I'm wondering why. Wondering why you don't let me keep the remote on my side of the bed anymore. Because you
Marcia Evans, ladies and gentlemen, and Bobby Watson. So Bobby, you're gonna stay there for the moment, right? You're not going nowhere. You got a little time, yes sir. This 1958 Bobby Timmons composition was first recorded by Art and the Jazz Messengers for the album of the same title, Morning. The single and the album are both in the Grammy Hall of Fame and are both critically acclaimed worldwide jazz classics. Again, our third featured guest artist and Jazz Messenger alum, saxophonist Bobby Watson.
Thank you. We used to play this song at Art and the Messengers pretty much every night. And it was one of the few songs that if we didn't play, the audience wouldn't let us leave. And Art encouraged us all to write. We were writing a lot of our own songs. You probably hear some of them on those records. And when he would call Moaning, I would go, oh man, I wasn't really feeling it then, And but then when Art would hook up with Walter Davis or James Williams on the piano, or whoever was in the piano chair, they would be having so much fun. I was like, well, what's wrong with me? Why am I not enjoying this? It's not the song, it's me. And so I've learned to love the song, and I play it almost on all my gigs too when I play it. It's a great song, and I heard that Mr. Benny Golson had told me that Bobby was just working around the A section. He just kept messing with it, and then he said, "You need a bridge on that." So he wrote the bridge to that. Not a lot of people know that, to Mona, but they were in the band together. And that's how that came about.
We're going to take a short break, intermission, so you get a chance to relieve yourselves. And we're going to come back with some more good Art Blakey music.
Good evening once again, and welcome back. Wasn't that first half of the show something else? It really was. Glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. Well, we now open our second half of the show with a wonderful tune written by Bobby Timmons and the lyrics cleverly written by Oscar Brown Jr. In this song, Brown's lyrics describe a child's curiosity and excitement on a visit to the zoo with his father and the parents' reflections on the child's growing up. Here to perform this witty jazz classic is jazz edge vocalist, Mr. Ron Wilkinson.
Thank you, Mary. Can I have a pair of boots like that to wear? And Daddy, Over there. I walk away thinking about our very young, and those who do have a daddy that they can ask, and those who don't. The service that we can all be, and whenever we get a chance to drop a good word, faithful word, an encouraging word, an uplifting word, and step in sometimes. Amen.
Well, speaking of things that happen over there, we're going to keep this magic going in honor of Art Blakey and his small jazz ensemble. We're going to recreate that magic, and to get things started this second half, we're going to call Mr. Steve Davis back. Steve, who's going to present a wonderful piece for you and share some very personal, interesting thoughts. Mr. Davis.
Everybody having a good time? It's really such an honor to be here with the Jazz Edge Orchestra again. I was here with Mr. Steve Turre, Andre Hayward a few years back, celebrating J.J. Johnson. And so to be here today with the great Bobby Watson and the great Bill Pierce, let's give them each a round of applause. Celebrating Art Blakey. What a thrill. As far as my song, One for All, I was, as it turns out, I was the last jazz messenger ever. And I joined the band in December 26, 1989, day after Christmas, and stayed in the band until August of 90, until Art played his last note. And he passed that October. And so I'm forever grateful to have walked through that door. And we made a record in April of that year. And so being the new guy in the band, we had 2 days in the session, and we'd done a lot of great music. And at the very end of the second day, Art looked at me and said, "What about you? Didn't you bring one?" And I said, "Yeah, we'll go ahead and get it together then." And Kenwood Denard and Richard T., two wonderful, great, legendary musicians, happened to be recording in another adjacent studio. And he's talking with them and cutting up, and we're running down the melody. And then Art gets behind the drums and says, "Okay, let's knock it out, here we go." And I said, "Well, Art, would you like to run it down?" "Nope, I got it." He was listening the whole time. And the song wound up being the title track of his last record, and it's called One for All. And we sincerely hope you enjoy it. One for All.
Well, I'll get something in. I'll just tell a little briefly about my experience with Art Blakey. I saw Art Blakey in a club in Boston years before I joined the band, and he took a look at me and grabbed me by my hand and pulled me back to the dressing room. And I'm thinking, now who's this crazy guy? I mean, I knew it was him, but I was like, man, why is he doing this? And he pulled me back into the dressing room where the other guys were, and he said, look at this guy. And I'm thinking, okay, all right, okay, what I do? And he thought that I looked a lot up from a famous bass player in Philadelphia. Well, no, he used to play with Chick Corea. Stanley Clark. He thought I looked like Stanley Clark because I had a big afro like Stanley Clark had. And maybe a few other similarities in the election years, I don't know. And so later on, a dear friend of all of us, a legend in the music world, James Williams, got in his band and he kept talking me up to Art, and then Art said, told James, he said, well, if he's that good, we need to hear him. So I got an opportunity, and I came out and I did the rehearsal. Bobby was at the rehearsal, some other guys in the band. Art Blakey wasn't, Art never made any rehearsals. So I got there and I was there, and there was a special guest, which was a monkey. There was a monkey running around in the apartment. That's probably too long a story to get into. Pretty memorable for me. So anyway, we're gonna go forward with a tune of mine called Sudan Blue. One, two,
Thank you. I wrote this next song called Wheel Within a Wheel when I was with Art, and Art loved to play waltzes and 3/4, and I brought it in, it didn't have a title, and so Art said, that sounds like a wheel. I said, wheel within a wheel. I said, okay. He goes, yeah, Ezekiel saw the wheel way up in the middle of the air. It was a wheel within a wheel. So Art was a very spiritual man, and he knew a lot about the history of the spiritual world, the religious world. He wasn't a religious man, but the spirits definitely stayed with him, and the angels too. They followed us all around wherever we went. We knew we had the angel beside us, and that's a lot because of Art and his faith. He had faith, and so this is called A Wheel Within a Wheel. Oh, I just want to say, there are CDs out there from me and Steve, and all the proceeds from CD sales go towards the Jazz Edge Orchestra and their organization. I encourage you to buy 2. They make great coasters, and also you can give it to someone that you love, or if you don't like the music, give it to someone you hate.
Let's have a hand for Mr. Steve Davis. Mr. Martin Morrison, who helped us out on drums. Mr. Bill Pierce on tenor saxophone. Mr. Bobby Watson on alto saxophone. Mr. Bernard Terry on bass. The retired Reginald Thomas on piano. Before we do our last song, I'm going to introduce the band. So on guitar, we have Mr. Thomas Moore. On lead tenor, Mr. Earl Belt. Second alto, Anthony Hill. Our lead alto, Mr. Harvey Lockhart. On second tenor, Ms. Hope Walker. Dr. Don Cook on Barry saxophone. Lead trombone, Evan Palmer. Dr. Roderick Nunn on second trombone. Mr. Everything for the Jazz Edge, Mr. William Bill Jeffries. Reggie McGovey holding down the bass trombone. Lead trumpet, Mr. Bill Simpson. Danny Campbell, second trumpet. Delano Redmond, third trumpet. Mr. Brady Lewis, holding down the fourth trumpet. Mr. Eddie Brown on the drums in the back. And so as we do our last tune, it was a very popular staple with the Art Blakey Band, as many others. You're gonna hear a lot of quotes and little riffs in this as we give you our rendition of A Night in Tunisia.